And now, an important announcement from TMP Studios. Hello. I thought I'd just make a small little update video about my channel, and particularly my new game plan that I have in mind. First off, some pretty minor information. In case you haven't read my posts, which you should, then I'd like to mention that I have given half of my old shows a full makeover by giving them new thumbnails, which may not be amazing, but I definitely think do their job well, and also expanded the descriptions to include a summary of the episode, which I assure you will be way more helpful than those AI summaries. A fun little creator's note, the release date of the exact episode, and a huge amount of creator backlash. As mentioned earlier, only half of my shows have received this update, whereas the other half is still the exact same as it was when they were first uploaded. Whether or not I will end up giving the remaining shows an update as well is definitely on my mind. Albeit, given my opinions on most of the untouched shows, I'll probably not end up touching most of them. Now, with that small bit of info out of the way, let's get on to the major meat and potatoes. That being the current status of my previously announced shows, and what exactly my new game plan is. Now, the shows that are currently in the works, Clustermuster and the reboot to The Fight for a Video Game, have seen multiple production issues, from just not having any new progress be made on it in the case of the Fight for a Video Game reboot, to just a plethora of issues in the case of Clustermuster. As a result, both of these shows are going to be slightly, or completely, reworked from their initial conception, hopefully for the better. Now, because of this, it means that these shows are probably not going to come out for quite a long while. So, as a result of this, I decided to come up with a different game plan, which will hopefully satisfy me, my viewers, as non-existent as they are, and my mental health. Basically, since my two larger scale shows are probably going to take a good while before they come out, I've decided to make some smaller scale shows that don't require that much hard work to make as a little treat for my viewers to chew on until the larger scale shows come out. As of now, I have 2 ideas for smaller scale shows, which I plan on announcing in a possible direct video that hopefully comes out this year. Also, even though I said that these smaller scale shows don't require that much hard work to make, that doesn't mean the quality is going to be bad. Hopefully. I am going to use a lot of the things I learned when making Clustermuster for my smaller scale shows, so hopefully they're also higher quality, at least by my standards. Of course, it would be cool to come back with something completely groundbreaking when compared to my older works, to show how far I've come as a person and video maker, but considering that my mental health is a thing that exists and is kind of important, I think it might be more beneficial if I were to start out with some shows that are not as hard to make, then when the time is right, I release my larger scale ones, and hopefully everyone involved is happy. I mean, the Beatles made 7 albums before making Sgt. Pepper. Clint Eastwood started out with small uncredited roles before going on to become a household name. The Monty Python crew made at least 9 separate projects before going on to form the group they're most known for. And don't even get me started on Nintendo's pre-video game years. Basically, you have to start somewhere. Although the difference here is that I've already started somewhere years back, and now I'm going to slowly try to get my feet back into the ocean with some small steps before going headfirst underwater. This concludes my update. Thanks for listening.